All right, guys, welcome to lesson 2 of unit 2. We're talking about more work with proportional relationships. Last lesson was proportional relationships. This lesson, we're taking it even further. All right, so we know that when two variables, say x and y, are proportionally related, the following is true. We can get a constant by taking the y values and dividing them by the x values. This constant is called the constant of proportionality. We use a k to determine that. It is also the unit rate that y is changing compared to x. And we love to use this formula right here, this equation, y equals k times x. So in exercise 1, we need to find the constant of proportionality for a proportional relationship, this is important to note, that has an x value of 6 and a y value of 54. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a coordinate point, because remember, this can always help us sort of organize our thoughts. So the x value is 6 and the y value is 54. I can remind myself that this is the x and this is the y, because this is important when we start putting it into our equation, right? So our equation is y equals kx, and now I'm just going to substitute in what my x value is, what my y value is, simplify this, and I will determine what k is. So let's rewrite this, but now we're substituting. So my y value is 54, and my x value, I'm going to put in parentheses because it's next to the k, and we got to remember that this is multiplication. So my x value is 6. Okay, so when dividing, notice we have to divide here because I want to get k alone. I want k equals something, right? So I got to get rid of whatever else is with the k. Right now it's a 6 and it's being multiplied. So the opposite of that would be dividing. So dividing by 6 on both sides. Notice this said that in order to get the constant k, we take the y value and divide it by the x. What are we doing over here? The y value is 54. The x value is 6. We're doing this division to get k. Okay, so if you like to remember it that way, just take the y divided by the x, you'll get the k. Okay, so that's another way to think about it. But in the end, we get the same answer. Our constant of proportionality here is 9. All right, so that's exercise number 1. You're going to take this work and put it onto your CAMI. And let's do exercise 2 as well. So exercise 2 says, find the constant of proportionality for the proportional relationship. Again, they're telling us it's a proportional relationship. That means we can use this equation here shown in the following table, then complete the table. So I have 2 points here. I have a point here and a point here. It doesn't matter which one I choose because the constant proportionality should be the same throughout. So I can choose either one. I'll choose this one because it's smaller numbers. Again, really doesn't matter. So y equals kx is going to be our equation because it's a proportional relationship. They told us that. I'm going to take my point here. Let's rewrite that. So this is 3 comma 4.5 or 4.5. Okay. So that those are our x and y values. So I'm just going to plug those in. Whoops, I put an x there. 3 comma 1 4.5. Okay. So I'm just replacing stuff, right? So instead of y, I now have a 4.5. I have my equal sign, my k, which is my unknown right now. I still don't know what that is. My x is 3. So I've substituted everything in that I do know. I have one unknown. I need to get rid of the thing that's on the same side as the unknown. Well, that right now is this 3. So I'm going to divide, and I'm going to divide by that 3 on both sides in order to get rid of that 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1k, or just k. So I have k equals, remember, again, they tell us if you want to find the constant of proportionality, this k, you take the y value and divide it by the x. Well, what am I doing over here? Here's the y value, right? That was 4.5. Here's the x value. That was 3. 4.5 divided by 3 is going to be my answer. I don't know that off the top of my head. I'm going to use my Desmos calculator. 4.5 divided by 3 gives me a 1.5. Okay, so I have 1.5 here for my k. And that is my answer. So you guys are going to take this work. Now that you know the k, the constant proportionality, remember to find a y given the constant proportionality, you just take that x value and multiply it by the k. So let's do one of them. In order to find this y, I got to take -6 and multiply it by 1.5. So let's try that. -6 times 1.5, that gives me 9. So this y value here is a 9. And so on. You guys are going to finish out this table here, okay? And then I will see you in the next video.